I'm Dana Bristol-Smith, the Executive Director of Leap to Success, and it is my honor to award Laura Eubanks with the I Leap Award. Laura is a woman that has survived terrible childhood abuse. She's gone through an amazing healing process using the beauty of nature. Today, she is a worldwide success with her business Design for Serenity, bringing beauty through flowers and succulents to us all.
I was adopted as a baby and was pretty much abused from the moment that I came home, I believe. I was sexually abused by my father from the time of my earliest recollection until I was 16. My mother was mentally unstable and caused a tremendous amount of emotional and psychological abuse. My brother's a crystal meth addict, and he tortured me in many ways throughout my life. So my solution to survive my childhood was to just dissociate, to literally go to another place. When my father died, when I was about 35 years old, I broke down though. I had a wonderful therapist at the time that saw that maybe it was time for me to get some help. So I had an extended stay at Del Amo, which is a mental lockup facility in Los Angeles. I began to learn some things about myself. I began to take some steps and gain some confidence. It started in the garden, and I began gardening for myself and planting flowers, and I found solace and serenity in the garden. It became one of my most important tools. After I had planted a few flowers in the garden, my family decided to have a yard sale. And we set up our wares and opened the gate, and people began to come and shop. And a defining moment for me was when an old neighbor gentleman walked into the backyard, and he looked all around, and he said to me, "Young lady, this is the most beautiful display of backyard impatience I've ever seen." That was it. I had never thought about what I did as having any kind of an impact for the good on anyone other than myself. And it got me thinking, I wonder if maybe I could do this for other people. Maybe I could actually earn money gardening, to be able to provide other people with that serenity, with that peace, with that nurture that only comes from being amongst nature, was a glorious thing, and really the impetus for Design for Serenity and what started the ball rolling. Yes, I had a couple. My first role model was my therapist, who worked with me for 10 years and gave me a safe place to work through some really, really intense and profound mental health issues. About 6 years ago, I met Deborah Lee Baldwin. Deborah is known as the Queen of Succulents. She's written best-selling books on the subject. She took me under her wing. She basically introduced me to the gardening world, and I owe her so much for my success, and I'm so grateful for her mentorship. Courage, which, as we all know, is not the absence of fear. It's just walking through it. We all have it. It's reaching a point in my life where it just couldn't get any worse, and saying, I'm going to do it. Knees knocking, but I'm going to do it. I am going to start taking some risks. I am going to believe that maybe, just maybe, I can be happy. And that's exactly what I did. I approached each day that way. I had a sense of knowing that I just needed to maybe do a little better each day. I just needed to string some days together. I just needed to do a little more, just a little. You know, it's not necessary to take a leap. It's okay to just want it. And that's where I started. I wasn't in a position in my darkest day to do anything more than just dream a little bit, to just maybe hope a little bit, to just form a thought of what I could maybe possibly do, and just rest with that. I didn't actually have to do anything. I just needed to believe in the possibility. And then life, in its grace, gave me what I needed to then put action to that belief. And that's the beauty of life. And I firmly believe that ultimately it's very, very fair and that we really do have the life that we choose. We need to own it all. I was nowhere. I wanted to die. And I wanted to take people with me. And from those ashes, from that place, I built, with the help of some wonderful mentors, I built a life that to this day now I wouldn't trade for anything. Now my life is extraordinarily precious and valuable and interesting. And it's there for anyone that wants to just take it 1 minute at a time.